Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna head out and go grind 2 stumps this afternoon. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about the pros and cons of being a subcontractor if you're grinding stumps for you know, other tree companies and you know, fence companies, concrete companies, and all that. What to look out for. One of the pros of it is you have all the work you want. You know, people call you all the time and you can work a lot of hours and everything. So you start out with you know, knowing one person, and then the next thing you know, you'll meet another person, then another person, and then as you go along, you know, it takes 2 or 3 years before you build up good clientele in this business. But once you do that, you know, the work's out there. You just have to be able to, you know, get after it, hustle, and pick and choose, you know, and everything. So that I give a different, you know, when I'm dealing with somebody that throws me a lot of work, I give them a bigger discount. You know, I give them a discount because they throw me work every day. You know, a homeowner, I make more money if I do it with a homeowner, you know. And the other thing is, you know, the con about it is you got to drop everything you do and go, you know, help them out. And because a lot of times they're waiting on a paycheck. You know, they can't get paid on the job until you grind the stump. You know, a lot of customers, they don't want to pay you until the job's done. So that makes a huge difference, you know, to some of these guys, you know. So if you can jump on it real quick, you know, they really like you and stuff. So the thing negative about it is you got to jump on it real quick. You got to be there and, you know, reschedule stuff and all that, because they might be a storm come in, knock a couple trees down, and they want that money, man. They can make it quick cash, and they are after it. And the other, you know, so one of the cons about it is when you're dealing with it is sometimes you got to chase your money down. Some people don't, you know, they don't want to pay you, and you know, right there on the spot or whatever, you know. So you have to pick and choose who you know, who you do business with. I mean, that's one of the worst ones. I'll give you a story. I had a guy I worked with years and years ago when I got started. Excuse me. I was with a utility company at the time, and this guy, he said, man, I went on a Saturday, went out and grinded this stump. He said, man, I need you, man. I get this stump grinding. I'll pay you at the end of the day. So I get done with it. He said, come to my house at 6 o'clock. I go to his house, and here we are, man. I want to get paid and be done with the job, and he keeps dragging it out, you know, paying me and stuff like that. That's the other con, you know. They'll say, I'll pay you on the next one. You know, so you have to be real careful about that. So, but anyway, I get to his house, and he said, what does he say? He said, man, the light bill was due, and my wife had to go and pay the light bill, and I'm like, you know, really, you know, they're open on a Saturday. I mean, just making up a bunch of crap, man, you know, and stuff like that. I got paid, you know, and but I told him, I said, listen, we helped you make that money, so you need to pay us. You know what I mean? The guys on the ground helped you, everybody helped you, and now you run off and you took the money, you know, and got paid, and now we're sitting here, you know, lollygagging around to get paid, you know, and everything. So I say that's one of the cons to it, but there's a lot more pros than it is cons. So, but if you're thinking, you know, everybody thinks they're gonna run out and get them a stump grinder and they'll go in business and start grinding stumps and everything's, you know, great and lolly, you know, and everything, but it's not like that. You have to you know, you have to hustle, you have to work, you have to get after it. And you know, nobody's gonna give you nothing in this old world, so you have to hustle and do the best you can, and be honest with people. You know, show up on time. I mean, you know, if you do just showing up on time and you know, getting saying I'll be there at a certain time and doing what's on, you know, what is right, then you'll be very successful at this game. I mean, it's so easy to beat all these guys that don't want to do what's right, you know. I mean, it is not hard at all. And but yeah, that's a couple pros and cons, you know, but overall it's a great business, and I love it, man. I mean, I got to retire, you know, and the other pro about it is it leads into, if you're starting out, it leads into other stuff. You know, you'll start out grinding stumps one day, and then the next thing you know, you'll buy you a piece of equipment. Next thing you know, you'll have a chipper. Next thing you know, you'll be in the tree business before it's over with. I mean, they'll ask you that. Or if you want to help, if you just don't want to do nothing but stumps, you can just send the work to a tree guy, and they'll keep sending you work. You know, say, hey, I'll send you the trees if you'll let me do the stumps. I get a lot of stuff like that. You know, I get a lot of stumps, you know, where I send other people. I mean, I could do it. There's enough trees out there. I always thought it was funny that people would say, you know, well, I'm not helping him. And I always thought that was crazy, because it ain't but like a million trees in the neighborhoods, you know, and everything. But people are funny, man. But if you hook up, you'll when you're starting out, you'll realize you need to hook up with the right people, stay with the right guys, and if you can run around with a certain crews that are dependable, reliable, you won't never have a problem of work. And like I said, it's been great. It's fed my family. It's took care of my family. It's provided a retirement. I don't know nothing else but this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did a couple other jobs through my life, but majority of my life, it's been stump grinding, tree work. You know, I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows. You know, I've seen in 2008 when, you know, it crashed, and my wife was a stay-at-home mom, and I had 2 little ones, man, and all I had was tree money, man. I mean, you know, so these other, you know, you see these other cats, you know, on these other channels or whatever that, you know, you could tell that they don't do this for a living. You know what I mean? I watch these other firewood channels and all that, and these people are just doing it for entertainment. I'm doing it because this is how I make a living. This is no joke with me or whatever, but this is how I've, you know, became well off, you know, or not well off, but I'll just say, you know, I hit the 7 digits a couple years back, and you know, you got to save, you got to invest, you got to do all that, and you'll be it. I mean, you know, live below your means. I mean, this stuff ain't hard. I mean, people make it out to be, you know, they make it out to be really, really tough in life, but it don't have to be. But guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.